Hi, Indrani.
How are you?
I'm so good. Thank you for having me.
God, it would be a sin if I did not have you. Come on. I have to have you. You're an amazing actress.
Thank you.
Ooh, you're welcome. Thank you. It's wonderful working with you.
Oh,
I feel lucky. Now I'm serious.
I'm very lucky. I'm very lucky.
Well, we'll do the I love you. No, I love you.
No, I love you.
It's so good to see you. I have to ask you the first question that I ask everyone that I interview.
Okay.
Why acting?
Why?
Of all the things.
Of all the things. I don't think it really was a choice. I think I've needed this my whole life. Like from the time that I watched movies, I would make my dad reenact scenes with me when I was like 5.
I was going to say, what age?
Like
5.
Young. And playing pretend, I took very seriously. Like scared my friends because I was like, ah. And I was very into it, and I had a backstory, and I was always very, very
Back
into.
then you had a backstory.
Yeah.
Really?
Oh yeah. I was like, she's the queen and I'm the princess, and I don't want to marry this guy because I want to go do these things. And so when she tells me I have to do, it was intense playing pretend with me. Wow. And yeah, so when I started watching movies with young girls in it, I was like, I could do that. Why am I not doing that? And so I would make my own, and it just was. It just has been, and it just was.
Since 5 years old?
Yeah, very, very young. And then I moved to California, and I was like, wait, this is actually a possibility. And then it was, okay, how do I do this? Because I need it. There's a need.
What age did it kick in where it was I have to do this?
I was really 12.
12 years old?
Is when I started my first acting class.
Wow.
Yeah. And they had me come in and audit and just watch. It was a scene study class. And I just watched, and they had me do one scene, and they were like, oh, you don't need to go to the kids class. You're going to stay with the adults. And so I just...
Wow, at 12?
Yeah.
It's pretty risky.
Yeah. So it was just like, wow, in and running pretty quick.
That is so spectacular. I love that. Okay. Now, hearing that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hearing that it's been since you were young. Your parents. What did they say? Because that's scary.
I can imagine they were probably scared, but
right.
My dad is a musician. My mom was in musical theater and theater growing up. I did musicals with my mom. I was 4, actually. I did a musical with my mom.
This goes back further.
Yeah, I did. I didn't remember that. I did a musical with my mom when I was like 4. Oh. And so I went to watch her musicals. I've seen my mom on stage. So they've been very artsy and very supportive of me having that outlet. I think because they both understand I call it creative constipation. when you don't do the thing that makes you feel alive, that gives you that release, they know what it feels like when you're not doing that. So as soon as I was like, I think I really want to do this, they were like, that makes sense with how you absorb movies, how you memorize things, I was a very daydreamy scenario scenes in my head kid. So they were like, this makes sense, So we went to people that we knew and who we trusted to look for acting classes and that kind of thing. So they've always been very supportive, and if anything, on my butt about it. So
you know how blessed you are.
I am.
Such a different experience than so many actors. Many times it can be this battle.
Yeah.
Of like, no,
you should more safe career, more stable.
Right, because parents worry.
Which I understand, but they were just like, okay, if you want it, go, do it then. And so every time that I've had to take steps back, or you know, in those years where I wasn't able to do it, they were like, do you still want it? And I'm like, yeah. And so they've always like checked in with me and tried to keep me on track to keep doing it, because I think they know me well enough to know that I'll really regret it if I don't.
Oh, that's very cool.
Yeah, it's very special. I'm very blessed.
You're one of the rare ones. I got to tell you, I've heard the opposite many, many times.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm very, very lucky.
Yeah. Okay, something about you. You have this, you know, I know, sit here and take it, right? We always sit and take it. You have this unique, it's an exceptional ability to believe what's going on in these imaginary circumstances. You know, it's wild. You know, it's very common to like, oh, you know, I'm not saying you don't doubt and you don't feel like in your head sometimes, the actor phrase, in your head.
Yeah.
But you have an exceptional ability to just really dive head first. Where does that come from?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Maybe it goes in. I don't know. I just have always.
I'm thinking, is it childhood? Maybe
that's
the
what
parents.
Yeah, I was gonna say is that having storytelling and diving wholeheartedly into a story has been second nature. I really don't think about it. It really is. I get excited, I think, to believe something different. I get excited about falling into a different life, falling into a different person, and getting to use these different little nooks and crannies of myself that I don't normally use.
Yeah.
So then I'm like, ooh, do I get to use that today? Is that important?
Yeah.
But just just falling into good writing and good stories, I'm deep in. Like
Muscle memory, you just go.
I just want to go. Wow. It's so much fun.
Yeah.
To just not even think. I'm gone.
I see it.
Yeah.
When it happens. Whereas for others, you know, it can be like scary. Not saying that you don't get scared.
Yeah, well.
But for you used a more positive word. It's fun.
It is fun.
It's great advice.
It is fun.
Yeah.
Because when you're a kid, you don't question that.
Right.
Oh, I'm a mermaid and I'm swimming in the water. And it's just, okay, I'm a mermaid. What would a mermaid do? And you just go. And then I think the doubt and the fear of judgment and shame and being weird when you grow.
When they read, it's like, oh my God, I have to play a mermaid. This is so dumb.
Yeah.
It's like,
And it's like, oh God, it's going to be so weird. No one's going to, and I just don't have it because I'm like, oh my God, I want to be a mermaid. Why not? Oh, I want to be a barista. Why not? Like this type of person, that type of person. It just feels so exciting to walk in someone else's shoes that I just throw my shoes out. I'm just like, I don't want these shoes. I want those shoes.
I'll do those later.
Yeah. So yeah, it's just fun to just
play pretend.
Yeah. And the more you go into it, the more you commit to it, and the more I feel you respect the person you're becoming, the character you're playing, the more respect that's there, the easier it is.
Wow.
To not question it, to not doubt, or feel that self-conscious feeling of not wanting to be weird.
Using all those tools, preparing. Mm-hmm. So you really do join the character's consciousness, and then it's like,
yeah, it's not
see
me.
Where it goes.
Judge all you want. It's not me.
That's
it's them.
Great. You know, that's stellar advice.
Yeah. Me.
Yeah. I know you were just explaining it, but I'm like, that's stellar advice for those who have the opposite experience sometimes. Mm-hmm. When you feel like frustrated with the business side, you know, mm-hmm. What do you do? What self-talk do you use? What self preservation, but therapy do you use, and maybe it can resonate for somebody else, to get yourself out of that, like, oh,
Yeah, the ugh.
this is the ichs. Yeah.
I think for me, one of the biggest motivators to not give up when
Right.
things get
Right.
frustrating.
Yeah.
Because that's what it ultimately is.
It is.
Is I don't want to regret. I don't want that. I really don't want that. And I would rather fall on my face, make silly shorts, or only be in certain things than to not. Because there's stories that need to be told, and sometimes you are the right person to tell the story, and sometimes you aren't. And just keep going until you find the right story that you need to be a part of.
You know what it this is for, like, you just said it in beautiful, eloquent way of, like, auditions and not booking stuff. It's like, yeah. Mm-hmm. You're not going to get every single thing.
No, and you shouldn't.
Right.
I've seen things where someone's been cast and I'm like,
You were not the right choice for this.
This didn't feel right.
Yeah.
I could think of 10 people off the top of my head, either celebrity or not, friend or not, that could have been so grounded, so connected, so prepared to tell that.
Right.
And then when you see it and it's not,
Yeah.
just the right story will come. And it's not always, it's never as quickly as you want.
And it doesn't make you a bad actor.
No.
It's just like, just not the right fit.
It's just not it. And that's okay. It's just trying on different stuff.
Right.
And it'll happen.
Yeah. Especially if you love acting.
Yeah. I think that's the biggest thing it's like the key ingredient. You have to love it.
Yes.
Because it is hard, and it is a lot of rejection, and it is a lot of frustration, and it is a lot of why. It's like when your first question, why acting? It's like, why am I doing this? There's a lot of that.
Yeah, the subtext is like, what are you, crazy?
Yeah, why am I doing this to myself? But when you do get to tell the right story, it feels so good.
Yes.
Whether it be in class, whether it be in a short, whether it be in a feature, whether it be on TV, the right story feels so good that it's like that high is worth all the other stuff.
Noise.
Yeah, noise.
Yeah. God. That was great. I mean, I just want to stop there because that was so great. Tara.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Of course. That was so fun.
Thank you. Tara DiNinno.
Yeah.
Remember that name, baby.
Yeah.